Hello, hello, and welcome back to Hero Infinite, where I'm now joined with Arm.
Hello, that's me.
And I'm slowly learning how to do Tabletop Simulator better. And look, we got a new background! Yay! Yay! Yay!
Yeah.
Uh...
Seeing it now, I feel like the left is more room than the right. I did not center align this correctly.
What?
Oh well, it's fine.
What do you mean?
See the distance over here? And the distance over here?
Oh?
I do wonder if they're different.
The graphic design. For those of you who don't know, Arm designed the Hero Infinite logo. Well, kind of 50%. I created the text and then she created the background.
I tried, yeah. But at the time I did this, I was only starting out in graphic design, and I've since learned a bit more, and I learned that Photoshop has an aligning function, which I did not know. I was eyeballing it back when.
Actually, also fun fact, Broditis kind of had a hand in designing the Hero Infinite logo. Back in the day, this was a campaign just between friends, and we did a whole reboot of it for starting it on stream. And Broditis had, for fun, drawn a comic book cover of one of his sessions, and he created the first iteration of the Hero Infinite logo, which was this H and this I overlapping, so that the middle of the I went behind the middle of the H, but the top and bottom of the I went over the top and bottom of the H, creating a sort of infinity hourglassy looking thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
But yeah, enough distraction, right?
Oh god, I got a DM. Hey Arm, I love you. So, when we had previously left off with Bendova, you had to recap the last few sessions. You were launched forwards in time by a villain who had managed to harness time travel technology and saw a new kind of apocalyptic future, one that had been conquered by terrifying bug people. You then met up with future Ruben and his allies in the future, and they collectively sent you backwards in time again, back to whence you had come. But you actually went back far enough in time so as to prevent the creation of the very villain that sent you to the future, so you wouldn't get sent to the future again. You then delivered the information of the apocalyptic future to Ruben as well as some other key allies, such as the hero, the moth, and etc., etc. And as we open up this session, it's been indistinct amount of time, and words. So it's now been like a couple of weeks since that day. You've been lounging about, relaxing more or less. Excuse me, I'm just adjusting myself. You've been like spending all of your time in Ruben's tower,
Yeah.
And as we open up, it is I realized I meant to talk to you a little bit about a cold open before we began recording, because I know you've been coming up with a bunch of cold opens.
Right.
And I realized I forgot to talk to you about it, so we're just going to deal with
Listen, just hit me with something. Maybe we'll manage.
Yee. See, the problem was the first 3 cold opens that ran through my head. I was like, "Oh, don't do that, Brian. Oh, don't do that, Brian. Oh, don't do that, Brian."
Oh no. Okay.
For context, it is very, very hot and 3 a.m.
Yeah. Sorry.
And also, Arm is very, very hot. And we're 4 minutes in and I still haven't started proper. Okay, sorry, I'm... Because my one of my default brain things was you would be like, well, what would Ben be doing in the tower, actually? I'll ask you that. What has he been doing with his free time since what happened?
Well, he needs to become a better sidekick. So he'd be trying to do just that. Probably sitting there, like, thinking of how can I? Like, maybe cleans the tower a little bit, and then you remember the like this garbage around.
Wait, sorry, I was gonna throw an idea. So one of the things Ben would try and do is, clean the tower. And, he starts out trying to pick up like random things, and then Maroon comes on the terminal's like, "Oh, don't worry, Ben, I got that." As like little robot arms start coming from the wall and picking everything up.
Oh, I don't mind helping.
Don't worry, it's okay. You go ahead and or you can go ahead with whatever you are going to do. And so, what else would Ben try and do to be a better sidekick?
See, I was gonna say I just use it for target practice, like evaporating things.
Oh.
But I guess I'll
So maybe...
I'll just awkwardly sit on the couch.
Well, and so another thing you would do is target practice, which Ruben would definitely at a certain point have set up like a little like target training range. So we have a scene of Ben, doing the target practice, trying to rack up a score, shooting things fast and efficiently, avoiding shit hitting civilians as best as he can, and like you have like Maroon watching, keeping score. Very impressive. Do you mind if I give it a try? Like they see like sort of like on their like computer screen, like the hand finger pokey thing. They do that with like two different like emoji hands underneath their face.
Oh.
And then when they get, oh sorry, what?
No, I'll just step aside.
And the target thing starts up again, and robot arm like comes out, or robot turrets come out of the wall and fire at everything with pinpoint perfect precision. What else would Ruben...
Well, it's a good thing that the mob came in friendly.
What else would Ben be doing for training to be a better sidekick?
Oh god, and this is the cringy bit. He can't talk with people good.
Oh.
So probably try and raise charisma fucking Sims 3 style.
Like talking in the mirror and stuff. So you're like talking in the mirror, like practicing. Do you want to vocalize that, or just like say your character's doing it? Because I know that'd be awkward to play.
I cannot vocalize this. Like I am awkward.
It's him awkwardly trying to like hey, like, and then the screen would flick on with a Maroon. If you'd like some advice in socializing, I've been uploaded with collections of every single of how to interact with other people and every single major speech ever given in history, and like it all starts scrolling by. And we cut.
Where is this mirror? Is this the bathroom? It better not.
Yes.
We're in here.
We then flick to a scene of, you doing hand-to-hand martial arts training that then hard cuts to little, like, hoverpod Maroon getting out big boxing glove arms coming out of it and fucking punching the punching bag through the wall. We cut to a sequence of you running through an obstacle course that then little head Maroon flies through no problem. And we just see scenario after scenario of Maroon doing everything you're trying to do much better. And then you flopping down exhausted on the couch and just like hands in face, and then the door opens up and a t-shirt flops in, like is like thrown at you, and you sort of sit up and hold up and look at it, and it's a Vermeil Industries company shirt, like a little like polo with the company logo on it. And you look over to see Ruben has come in, and he's the one that threw it at you.
Hey.
Go on, throw it on. We gotta get you to your first day on the job.
Yes. Okay, I don't think I'm ready, but, alright.
Hey, it's alright, don't worry about it. Remember, we've hired you as my personal assistant more so, for show, so you can be around me outside the tower and people don't question it. In reality, Maroon's my real assistant, and he like points over to one of the computer screens where a little Maroon like with that like a waving like hand like snapping between left to right like two different images, just smiling and waving.
The smile and wave, boys.
B. And there's our cold open. Yeah. Insert. Oh wait, I was about to make a joke of insert theme song playing. Actually, hold on.
Oh, but you only have the long version. Sorry.
Hang on. Arm. Get the YouTube video of your intro.
No.
Why?
Like I said, it's only the long version.
What? It's mostly gonna be playing in the background for us.
Okay.
Just put the link get the link and paste it into the top of this bar.
Trying.
Faster, damn it, faster! Hey, Pap. Actually, so, man, hang on. Here's a fun hack I've learned for people who play Tabletop Sim. If you ever want to play music in Tabletop Sim through YouTube, the problem is it won't actually be sunk for everybody if you want it to be, because the YouTube video starts playing at separate times for everybody. There's a small solution to this if you want it to be sunk. Put it into the website Watch Together first, the video you want. What are you doing?
Like it being on the screen this big.
What do you mean?
Whatever.
Why do you not want it that big?
I don't want it taking up the whole screen.
It's only gonna be there for a little bit, it's okay. It's gonna be the cool visual of your theme song.
Okay.
I hold. But if you want everyone to have it sunk up when you're playing music, instead of loading it directly into the tablet, load it into a Watch Together room, then load the Watch Together room into the tablet, because Watch Together syncs all browsers viewing a video to be playing at the same time. Fun little hack you can do. Do you have the song link?
Mm-hmm.
Put it into the top bar of the tablet.
I have.
And then, okay, there we go. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna start playing in 3, if you want to be... Oh, hold on. Oh god. Not a clunky start at all on my part. I'm gonna start playing it from the beginning at 3, 2, 1, play. Yay. Insert theme song playing, yeah! This tablet is 100% going to be staying on it like in play in some degree in your phone. Every single player has their own sack. Your sack is going to keep this inside of it. Throwing that out there for you, so you always have your theme song on hand in the future. I'll just shrink down the... Actually, I can shrink it down now. Alright, I'll leave it big for now.
That's what I meant, you can just shrink it.
Oops, hang on. I'm just trying to... I'm gonna shrink it down. Master of Tabletop Simulator. There we go, that should be about tablet size when we compare it to to Zed's comic book cover he has in here. Yee. Which, by the way, if you ever want any images in here, I can get them in here for you. In order for me to get it in, you would have to first put it on an index card, and then I'll copy it off of the index card into a thing to load it in as an image. So any image you want in here can always be in here. Yeah! Oh, and also, hang on, I should. You've now been promoted, so you can spawn in any prop you want. Yay.
Okay.
Anyway. Holy shit, we're already 14 minutes in. I'm a good DM. Arma, I love you. She looks very disappointed in me.
Fine.
I'm hot drunk from the heat. But yeah, so theme song would play, and then as we cut out a theme song, it's you like walking through the halls of Vermeil Tower with like by the side of Ruben, and you have on like the uniform shirt. Your cloaking carbide is your cloaking technology on, so you've still got your scar. Your ear things, like the things in your ears, instead look like you know those implants people who are deaf get so they can hear.
I guess like little like plugs in the ears.
Yeah, and it's like a little wire that it's like a plug in the ear and a wire that runs back to a little thing attached to like the sort of the, not the temple, the back of the head, like a little bit like behind the ear. And what was your robotic arm looks like a prosthetic arm. You know, like just a normal, like a sort of sleek Vermeil Industries robotic prosthetic arm, the kind of thing that the company's only recently started to roll out.
Alright.
And underneath you're wearing, you know, just like comfortable pants. Actually, well, or no, what do you want to be wearing aside from the company like polo? What would his pants and shoes look like? They can be anything that Ben would have.
Well, I'd assume it's matching with the polo, like gray jeans, belt, and proper shoes. But again, it's Ben. Well, he doesn't have proper shoes. He still has his fucking pink sneakers.
Alright. Yeah. As you're walking through the halls, like Ruben, he's like, well, here, take this. He hands you like a little like tablet. Like, it looks like a clipboard at first until a tablet screen turns on it. What the fuck? It's playing an ad for me? No, I don't. Silence. Silence ad. Oh no, wait, it moved to another. Hang on. Okay, tell the video to loop. There we go, I told the video to loop on my end.
No, don't loop that shit.
Why not?
I don't want that's an intro and an intro only. It's not a sound bit.
Okay.
Get rid of it.
I paused it. It's now just sat here with now it's just sat here with the bend over logo, essentially.
Okay.
That's how it looks for me. Because I like the idea of slowly building this table up with loads of set dressing for all the players. Ooh, teetering. There you go. But, where was I? Yeah. He's like, he hands you that and like has it like the terminal clicks on, you see Maroon's face appear. Hi.
Oh, hey.
Maroon will display any information you need there. Basically, it'll make it look like you're taking notes. Oh, and also he hands you a little watch. Vermeil Industries smartwatch. You'll need this in order to get around different parts of the facility. Has a sort of security badge. Oh, and you'll need this. And he hands you a little name tag that has your face. This is your actual physical security badge for the off chance that there's a power outage. Don't want people getting locked out just because we lost connection to the internet.
Alright, thank you. And put it all on.
Yeah. Like, awkwardly clip on the thing, like, get the thing in hand. He's like, you're basically during working hours, you're just gonna sort of follow me around wherever I go.
Dream come true.
As you put the watch onto your prosthetic arm, you see the color on it, like, sort of, like, flickers a little bit. And all of a sudden the screen, like, flashes purple with, like... Does Carbide have a logo?
Not really, but they have a distinct head shape, so if anything, the logo would probably be, like, their...
Oh, you know how there's the Pink Knight and / Vermeil Industries symbol here? On the video? What if it's in that sort of level of stylization, just of Carbide's face?
Alright.
I like that as an idea. Yeah, so like basically Carbide just hacked into your watch and is connected to it now.
Alright.
But yeah, he's like, oh god, sorry, I got a little bit of phlegm in my throat. He's like, your job would be to follow me around. Yeah, you said a dream come true, and has it like flickers. Your watch is like, keep it in your pants, hot shot.
Oh. Which, by the way, this bitch talking loud now, or?
Remember they gave her the ability to like project out of you and
Exactly, that's
speak
why I'm
out.
asking, why is this bitch talking loud now, or is it in my head?
She
Because I
she
don't
says
know
it
now.
softly through the watch.
Okay.
You can you as a character can obviously you can distinct when it's in your head and when it's like like out loud because you know are you hearing it through your ears or hearing it internally kind of thing.
And like, I thought that to myself, as she's whispering this, I'll cover the watch.
Yes. So you cover the watch and Ruben sort of like glances over for a moment but like shrugs it off, and you guys continue walking along. It's like today's gonna go great. Because today we have the meeting with or today's the interview with Orville, and he sort of like looks to you. I'm gonna need you to tell me everything you know about this guy from the future. Now, it's your call right now. Do you want to actually explain, or do you want to just crossfade out to after the explanation?
See, I, as a player, kind of forgot a lot of it, so the
Do you
information would be shoddy if I
do you
did.
want me to recap for you then?
I can tell you what I know and remember, and you fill out the gaps. How about
Okay.
that?
And I can help
So,
audience catch up because that was like a lot of the stuff with him was a couple months ago because of the upload, right?
from my memory, Orville is a smart guy that uh managed to harvest the time power in a way.
Mm-hmm.
He turned evil-ish, but then in the future helped us, realizing that he was in the wrong. There was something about the Dana radiation, but I forgot what that is. Like, it was tied to him because he's Orville Danners.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much where my memory starts leaving me
Okay.
already.
So he was conspiracy theorist, but all of his conspiracies about he had loads of conspiracy theories regarding time travel and the Pink Knight being a time traveler sent from the future to change the past, who was working with the Red King. But his theory then went that you were an assassin sent backwards in time and that you were responsible for historic assassinations all through time.
All right.
Um, and in the initial timeline, Ruben, like, not wanting him to get any closer to you being an actual time travel, basically rebuffed everything he said and sent him off, which sent him over the edge into being a villain. And he had harvested, the quantum particulates, the particles of time, like time energy that give you a lot of your powers. He basically discovered wherever you've used your powers, you leave like radiation behind, sort of like remnant energy, not radiation, but you know. And he was harvesting that and to weaponized it to create a time-based weapon and like spatial-based weaponry. Sent you to the future, and in the future, he's still alive because of what he calls Danner radiation. See, when you use your time powers, you leave behind an energy that he was able to harvest and turn into the like his red energy, which then when he used that would create a even more degraded version of it, which happened to make him stop progressing in time, making him basically immortal. But you've now gone backwards in time and stopped all of that from happening by convincing Ruben to give him an interview for a position.
Mm-hmm.
So that he wouldn't become a villain.
Right.
And so we are now going to have a words.
Milkshake.
What?
Milkshake sounds.
My milkshake's bringing all the boys to the yard, and they say it's better than your. You guys can't see it, but Arm can see me right now, and I'm currently jiggling my man tits back and forth as I sing that. At some point, I want to get a webcam set up for my stuff.
You
But
want
yeah.
to display the movies.
Well, listen, the boobies are only going to get displayed to those who join all Ollie fans. But anyway, the but yeah, and so that's sort of the entirety of the dude. So
Right.
you would sort of explain, you know, mostly that.
The help of carbide, obviously, because
Mm-hmm. And so you guys are like walking through the office, like making this, like talking about this, and you know, you're going through the different sections of the building. And you can see like, you know, a lot of people are like looking over at you guys, like sort of like who the hell's that? What the hell? Like looking at you, because no one recognizes you.
yeah, I'm gonna clutch onto the fucking iPad, not iPad, the Vermeil pad or whatever, and just
The little clipboard.
yeah, try and make myself small.
Mm-hmm.
Don't turn invisible. Don't turn invisible. Don't turn invisible. Don't turn invisible.
That's a hero point. It's pretty hard to look small when your dick's that big. Ben has 12-inch penis, confirmed canon. You continue walking along and like I don't know, like as you guys make your way through the halls a little bit, and like as you're going you know, you're passing through the different floors, and some of them are like dedicated to like office stuff, some of them are like little like workshop areas, and as you're passing through like one of the workshop areas, a guy like walks over and is like, Mr. Vermeil, do you have a moment? And he's like, or he looks over and is like, what is it? The tech boys have been having a problem with these new designs. They've been having troubles with the new designs, trying to get the brain fart from not happening.
They're having a problem with things.
Yeah. Or we're having problems with the new tractors, and like as he's like talking, like I imagine like it all goes over Ben's head. As Ruben immediately he's like, oh, no problem, and like walks over and like pops open the back and is looking at it for a few seconds, and he like immediately just like getting to work on the device, and you see all of the guys like all get like a satisfied look and go and like sit down and like popping open newspapers and tilting back in seats and starting their lunch. As Ruben just starts walking around and be like, oh, and you have this is clearly a problem. Oh, and we need to fix this. Yeah, you know, you're just sitting there watching this happen.
Yeah, I'm just looking from between him to the guys to him. Like kind of thinking to myself like, huh. Followed by, oh man, he's so smart.
And then Maroon's like, I know, right? This happens all the time. They always have a small the engineer or the R&D department always has little problems with with the new blueprints. And when they ask Ruben for help, well, he just gets carried away. He's been late for so many meetings from spending time down here. I always have to remind him when he needs to get going.
Oh right. I'm gonna pull up the pad and like try and like do my job of just looking up if he's got anything to do.
You start like tapping on the different. Like, you realize Ben has never used a computer.
You're right.
And so you just like look at it like, you're just like tapping random things, like different apps are popping open and stuff, and Ruben says like, let me help, and all of the things close, and it's like, here's Ruben's entire schedule for the next week, and it all starts like scrolling by, like, oh, what?
The issue.
What'd you say? Wait, what? You're cutting.
He'd be very bad at reading.
Oh, he'd be very bad at reading?
So he'd need Carbide to probably, like, brain translate what he's even looking at. Oh, this is gonna suck.
Yeah, also scrolling by. Does Ben say anything?
Not yet. He wants to do this job and he wants to do it well. He's just gonna try and figure things out.
as it's all scrolling by from the side of the screen, Carbide just walks onto the screen, like basically projecting herself, and she's like, all right, I'll help you. And your robot hand, and you were holding in your robot hand passes the tablet to your human hand and starts typing, scrolling, and moves a little bit, and points, finds one of the moments, and she starts basically what's the word? When a kid's show is trying to break down words to somebody, how it does all these little visuals, the text just becomes enlarged, floats off, in your own vision, not for real, it floats off the page and starts breaking down how to read what's said in front of you.
Oh.
Ben doesn't actually have to do jack shit, he's just got 2 robots doing his job for him.
Yep, it's a team effort.
And you realize, Ruben's gotta get to the fucking interview with, Orville.
Ruben? I'm just gonna pop my head, around the tractor, trying to find him.
And he's already underneath it, working on the underside of it.
I just wanted to let you know that, the interview with, Orville?
What? Oh, right. Hang on. Let me just... there we go. And he slides out and he's like, you boys can handle this from here, right? And they're like, yeah, alright, boss. As he heads off and you guys start to continue along.
As we head off, I'd like to, grab, I don't know if you know these. They have, these giant paper rolls. Essentially, the stuff you have in the kitchen for wiping shit up, but just giant. I want to take some of that and run after him and bring him some, because I imagine it's a dirty work.
Pan wiping off all the grease and stuff he got, or oil and stuff he got on himself.
Yeah.
And you guys all start you head down, and Ruben, as he's walking, he looks at his watch and he's like, Maroon? Yes, sir? Start giving me more information on this Danners fellow. Who was he? What's his background? What's his history? Of course. And she, little, hourglass loading thing starts appearing, and it appears on both your tablet and his watch at the same time. It's it appears as if Danners had, he went through a fairly standard education process, graduating from high school and going to Discordant University. He was in position for prestige, he had been in honor roles in school and was in positions for an the advanced physics courses offered at Discord U. But it seems as though he had dropped out of the school after facing severe ridicule for a number of theories he had. What were these theories? Well, it seems as though he'd gotten involved in a collection of conspiracy theory circles online, and you see his internet search history and all of that stuff starting to come up, the parts that can be made public and bought by big companies.
Oh.
He'd become active on a number of conspiracy theories boards online. Large numbers of disparate groups. Bigfoot theorists, ancient aliens, those who believed in lizard people. He'd begun to look at these different theories and draw connections, and trying to connect the different groups, getting them to understand the parts of their theories that he believed were correct and incorrect. This led to him being ridiculed and pushed out of every single conspiracy circle he had joined. As he became more absorbed in his work, he began trying to write thesis papers on it, which seemingly led to him getting ridiculed in the university, leading to him dropping out, feeling he wasn't respected. He currently runs his own website online with all of his theories, where he discusses all of his theories. He also has a early morning radio show that he pays for a slot, or that he pays money in order to broadcast. It seems as though he runs it 5 days a week, 5 days a week, taking the final week off of every single month. Huh, interesting. Start giving me some of these theories of his. Let's see how crazy this guy is, and how spot on he was getting with Ben. Of course. And with that, you guys are like starting to like walk it toward the office or the like area where the interview is gonna be happening. He's like, "Oh, Ben, actually, I'm gonna be reading for a little bit. You think you can go get me some coffee?"
Oh, yeah, sure. How you like it?
Black. And he like walks into the office and sits down. And Carbide's like, hang on a moment, and like starts tapping on the tablet and starts like opening up, like rapidly flicking through all of the maps of the building, and then starts constructing in your vision a 3D map of the building, like she's going like bottom floor to top, up and up, like and the tower like stacks up, and then there's the full like 3D render. And just a big arrow. You know in Bioshock Infinite when you hit the arrow guide button? No? Oh. In the game Bioshock Infinite, you can hit a button and it will create an arrow guiding you to where you need to go for the next plot event, and it just draws an arrow across the ground until it goes out of your vision.
I know Skyrim, Clairvoyance, that like makes
Yes.
like the little like...
Yes, she does that, but an
line.
arrow leading you to the nearest coffee machine.
Alright. Man, this job is easy.
You start walking along. God, you know what I love about Ben is like they have an in-canon video game UI.
Yeah.
Like little proximity sensor telling them what enemies are nearby. The quest log in one corner of their vision, active updates on their like physical stats.
Oh god. Like the button. Get coffee.
Alright.
Alright. So yeah, I'll just stroll down. Get some coffee.
Listen, you'd better not mess this up, alright? Ruben, like she's talking to you from your watch. It's like, you'd better not mess this up. Ruben's counting on you, which means he's counting on us, which means he's counting on me to be able to do a good job. Understand?
I do, and while I'm saying this, I'm gonna try and lower the volume on the watch, like if I can, like just tap around on it. But by the way, I wanna like the basic UI controls. I wanna say he learned from watching TV. Like he knows how to fucking.
Yeah. Now, do you know what it means when he says, or what he means when he says he likes it black?
I mean, every coffee is black, right? Like,
no sugar or cream. Just brew the coffee, put it in a cup, and bring it to him. Easiest thing in the world.
Yes. So, what can I, as a player, like, assume what's gonna happen, or is that stupid?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking of stepping around the corner into, like, the kitchen nook, and there it is, the coffee machine, a monster with buttons and buttons on it.
Yes, getting her for. I was literally about to say, like, hard cut to Ben standing in front, like, standing, looking nervous, like, looking upward as the camera turns around, and it's literally just a whole wall of a coffee machine. Like buttons and knobs and switches, and just, like, it's like, just like a what the fuck kind of thing, you know?
Like a Willy Wonka, like it's still like, do you want it freshly roasted? Do you want this bean? Do you want that bean? Do you want soy milk? Do you want...
And Carbide's just looking at it's like, what the hell kind of coffee machine is this? The little Carbide like only you can see hologram, you know, not everyone hologram, like the hologram over your shoulder just looking like defeated and like what the fuck kind of look. And then you hear behind you, yeah, it's pretty intimidating, huh? And you look over and you see it's a pretty young blonde woman.
Yeah. I've never quite seen something like it.
Apparently the boss...
Can I do an awful thing, like... He says I've never quite seen something like it, but I want to imagine the like future version of this, like in the robot apocalypse, just a wall of angry coffee.
Oh my god. Like it's a fuck. Yeah, no, hard cut to you like in the future, an image from you in the future, like in a building with one of these in the wall, like dodging streams of hot coffee jets spraying at you. I'm gonna give you a hero point.
Ew.
Hmm. Um, but yeah, she's like, apparently the boss likes really or likes his coffee made really particular and made a whole machine that can brew it just right. How do you normally drink your coffee? And she walks over and like starts like pushing some buttons on part of it.
Oh well, I don't drink coffee.
Then what are you doing at the coffee machine? She sort of cocks an eyebrow.
Oh, I'm supposed to get one for Ruben actually.
Huh. Wait, for Ruben?
Yeah.
You're the new assistant that everybody's been talking about that got hired.
Right, yeah.
It's weird. He's never needed an assistant till now. And she walks over and there's like a big red button and she just pushes that one and you see a mug comes out, like it's like his dispense that says world's best mechanic, and it just like starts brewing the coffee into it.
I squint.
What?
I squint at the mug. I squint at her.
Yeah, she's like, she's like, he's a new assistant, or assistant everyone's been talking about. It's weird. He's never really needed an assistant till now. He didn't really seem like the kind of person who would want help with things.
Well, he needs his coffee, right?
I guess so. Is that what you are? His coffee dog? She sort of like chuckles a little.
I was thinking coffee boy, but maybe.
Jessica, and she like holds out her hand to shake.
I'll try and give her a handshake.
Which hand?
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying, cause my brain would go for right, but I don't know if Carbide's given me back control yet, cause she's got the tablet. So.
Oh yeah, 'cause the tablet's in your human hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carbide isn't like completely hijacked control. So as you reach, like you shake their hand. Do you? Yeah, you sort of shake hands with her, but she's like, "And your name is?"
Oh right. Ben. Hi. And I like gesture for the name tag that has a full name on it.
Nice to meet you, Ben. I work in IT, and she like sort of vaguely motions in the direction where it would be. Mostly handling
I hope that my video game UI is real time.
Yes, it is.
Alright.
Yeah. She's like, I work for IT. Mostly handling the few complaint calls we get in from people who don't understand how our technology works.
See?
Oh.
Well, nice to meet you.
Welcome to Vermeil Industries. And she turns and starts to walk off. You look back to the mug.
Did she leave it?
Yeah. She just hit a red button. She just hit the red button and walked off.
I'm gonna look left, right, and then approach the cup. I will take the cup.
You'll bring the cup to Ruben? Question mark?
I will sample the cup.
It tastes awful.
Are we sure this isn't poisoned?
Carbide, they're like, alright. You see like a bunch of like analyzing data running by. It's like, it seems like black coffee to me.
Well, okay. And with that,
Like
we're off.
when she showed the analyzing, like it showed like a 3D hologram of you, and then like zoomed in on the face and isolated to just be the tongue, and like showed a bunch of like data gathered from your tongue. Meaning Carbide has access to your what you knowing what you taste. Hmm.
Oh my god, she knows what I taste like myself, like just the regular normal.
Oh, I've never thought about that.
Oh.
Oh.
What is the neutral taste? Oh my god, I can't taste myself now. I hate this. What have I done?
Everybody at home, really think about that. What does your mouth taste like right now? Your teeth. Running your tongue over your teeth. Do you feel that texture your teeth have?
I'm sorry.
You're now manually blinking.
No.
Blink. Blink.
I'm
Oh, and do you
breathing, I'm
feel that?
breathing.
Oh, there's your breathing. Can you feel your breathing?
Oh.
It's now in your manual control.
Fuck you.
Oh. I am evil.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. With that, you start, walking back, and, you're carrying the coffee cup. I imagine you're being, super careful so as not to spill it. And as you're partway there, Carbide's like, hang on. We took a sip of his coffee. What if he realizes? What if he realizes it's not how it's supposed to be? What if he can taste your disgusting taste on his mug? When you hand it to him, turn the mug around. Make sure his lips don't touch where your lips were.
Right. It would be like an indirect kiss.
Stop thinking things like that. Oh, we're already gonna mess this up. Why do I hyperventilate? I'm a robot.
Before I bring the cup, I'll just try and wipe it on my shirt, like spot that I had.
Yeah. I swear to God, your anxiety's leaking into me. No, I swear to Ruben, your anxiety's leaking into me.
I take a deep breath, trying to wrangle my own anxiety and step back into the room.
Ruben looks up. He's been reading stuff. He looks up. He's like, oh, thanks. And he, you set down the cup and he picks it up and he just. I imagine as he brings it to his mouth, just super slow motions, just terrified, watching as it touch his lips, and he just sets it back down. Just continues reading. Carver's and you see the little crest thing in the corner of your vision, ding, checks off.
Oh, I'll deflate, lean on the wall.
And as you're you sit there for a little bit as Ruben's just reading, takes another sip from his coffee. He's like, if you want, you can go for a walk or something. You don't need to be here.
You sure?
He's like, yeah. I mean, the whole point of you getting this job was that you'd be able to get out of that cramped room, right?
He shrugs. I guess. But by the way, there is one question I do have. What position are you gonna offer Orville?
I have no idea. Is he rubs his temple a little bit? He's clearly smart. Really smart. But he's also clearly insane. And I feel like if I don't give him a job now, he's gonna turn into a supervillain.
You probably don't want to give him anything that's too easy either, right?
Yeah. Huh. Maybe I can make something up.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know. Need to have just give him a title and let him do his own thing. Give him busy work, essentially. New head. Go ahead.
Maybe he had pretty much a lot of good calls of what's gonna happen, right? Maybe danger deflection manager?
Head of future problem analytics? No.
I mean, it sounds important.
He's like, he like thinks a little bit more. Head researcher of future dangers. No. I'll come up with something.
All right.
So
I'll stare at him awkwardly for more seconds than necessary. And then slowly back out because I've been told to leave.
yeah. I imagine you like stand outside the door, just like watching for a few minutes. Like from inside, you can just see like the silhouette of Ben standing in front of the door for a long moment before like shifting to the side a little bit. And then you know how there's like the office window spaces. You just see the fucking blinds like go down a little bit, and then go back up.
Child that's like dragged to a company meeting.
And now Ben is, you know, just in the office. And Carbide, that went great.
Yeah. Oh, I hope everything's gonna work out with Orville.
Worst case scenario, I guess we just take care of him.
When it says worst case scenario, before Ben's inner eye flashes the future of like bug people and Danner, like with the microwave head and right. Take care of him.
You know, like arm cannon take care of him.
Oh.
You know, now that I think about it, when we temporal warped into the past I wonder if we did that sort of time jump power you have into somebody, if we could. Never mind.
Oh, you're thinking about exploding someone, aren't you?
Listen, in worst case scenario, maybe it's a viable combat tactic.
Oh, are you thinking of teleporting me into a wall?
Well, sadly, I'm stuck to your meat suit, so as much as I'd like to.
I'm gonna pout and like that's as I imagine as we're talking, like we're just walking through the halls, like a little aimlessly.
Like holding up your watch and talking into the watch, cause it, like makes it look like you're in a phone call almost. Cause it's.
I mean, I have earpieces. I can just.
True. Well, they're like hearing aid earpieces, though. You know.
Okay, fair.
So you know, you start strolling through. Does Ben have any particular goal in the office?
I guess getting acquainted with the facility wouldn't be bad. Just like having a look around.
Walking up and down, getting to know like the layout of everything.
Yeah.
Yee. So.
Like look. Yeah.
Brain. You know, like there's like the various parts of different floors have different purposes. There's office areas. There's like the IT section where people can like call and where they there's like the call handling section. There's the section of the place where they are like handling sales. There's various different R&D labs.
By the way, I do not know as a foreigner what is R&D.
Research and development.
Thank you.
So there's like a bunch of different ones for different like branches of the company that are researching different things. You know.
I want to imagine if it's like R&D, for example, that I like linger for a while longer, like trying to look at the products.
Yeah, like looking at some of that, and where we would eventually like, hard cut to is like you standing, looking at, the early development police bots Ruben's been trying to make, and they're very, very distantly similar to the fucking kill bots.
I'm gonna ship myself.
Yeah, so I imagine it's like just like Ben looking at one of them in like a charging pod, just like like terrified expression. As he's looking at it, it's like you hear someone from behind me is like, Pretty impressive, huh?
Hmm?
And you look over and you see like you see like what's clearly like an engineer in like in uniform. Boston Dynamics can eat their heart out. Stuff Ruben's been making is, the designs Ruben's been pumping out. As soon as we get these things refined, it's gonna be incredible. Or the designs Mr. Vermeil's been pumping out, he says.
That's actually something I wonder about. Sorry, this is stupid. Company structure, is everyone like first name basis or second?
No, everyone would say like last name for the most part, like
Okay.
unless you're like directly
Because
knowing the
just
person.
introduced yourself as first name, so.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, if somebody's your superior, you would generally address them by their last name. People who are you're on par with or close to you, a lot of people would probably just go on a first name basis. Unless you're being like, is someone speaking professionally, you know?
Alright.
Yeah, it'd be like, yeah, he's looking at it's like, I mean, there's still kinks being worked out. But before you know it, they'll be able to pass. God, I can't remember the name of it. There's this competition held where they like test.
Turing test?
No, not Turing test. It's like a test that they put like humanoid robots through, where it's like it's a big barrage of things that like a normal human can do with ease, and the first robot to complete this test will get like the people who designed it will get a fuck ton of money, because every year the ante gets bigger because you have to pay the entry fee, you know, and so the entry fee every single year gets added to the jackpot, so every year the jackpot's been growing, you know.
It might be Turing test.
No, Turing test is for like AI intelligence.
Oh, okay.
It's not AI test, it's like a robot test. But yeah, he like name drops that test. He's like, before you know it, it'll be passing the boss like course.
It's gonna eat me up? Okay. Alright. Well. Right, yeah. Sure it will.
You want to see the puppy up and kicking?
His face freezes, PTSD style, like, images flash before his inner eye. And then it's like, I'm supposed to say yes, right? That's the social acceptable thing, right, Carbide?
Why are you asking me? I was only born a few months ago. Well, I guess I was born several thousand years in the future, but you know what I mean.
He looks at him like kind of like it took him like probably 2 seconds longer to respond than normal, and it's like, yes.
Yeah, he like go and like type at the terminal for a little bit. And he's like, we'll just have it run through its basic movement parameter for now, and it like sits up a little bit, its eye lighting up red. And it.
Before all this, I'm gonna make sure that I'm like as far away as possible. Like I'm almost like behind like another shelf. Like
yeah. Like it, like eye goes on steps forward, and the guy like looks over like, nice, right? Huh? And he looks over as you're just like peeking up behind the shelf, shaking. And it basically just like starts like putting its hands out straight and like moving them around. And it's just like doing like basic joint movement show off things. And he's like, it's pretty cool though, right? You all right, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah. No, they're great. A little intimidating.
Oh, well, I mean, that's part of the intent. These things are supposed to help the police force out. That's the main that's the main group that Ruben is looking towards selling these things to first. Or that Mr. Vermeil is looking to sell them to, at least from what I've heard.
Right. Well, I'm sure they'd be good at doing the things that police do. Like using guns.
He sits back and he's like, apparently from what I heard, these things began as some sort of military project before he had a falling out with the US military.
Oh? Really?
Yeah. I don't know the details, but I guess like some contractual debate went up in the air, and Now he just refuses to work with the government on anything. Like big government, I mean. He's more of a small government guy. Been in a lot of talk with the city mayor.
I see. Well, what is still missing for them?
Oh, I mean, all sorts of things. It's pretty hard to code and train a robot to be able to perform human tasks in in unpredictable environments. You know.
I look at my tablet and my watch, and I look back at him. Like, okay.
Actually, the real danger as well is getting these things to work, side by side with people. Don't code things right don't code things right, and suddenly a handshake becomes broken bones.
Yeah. So you better want to make sure that you do code them right.
Yeah. Don't want to end up with a robot uprising, huh? I haven't seen you around. Are you like new here?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I guess it's my first day on the job. Hi. I'm Ben.
Nice to meet you, Ben. Can call nice to meet you, Ben. I'm Cameron.
Nice. Nice to meet you, Cameron.
It's
like awkward though. So you work here?
Yeah, here on the robot R&D. Where are you? Or what position are you? Sorry, he's so like glancing at your name tag.
I was gonna say.
He's like
personal assistant.
As he looks, name a shade of red. Or no, he looks at it, he's like, whew, maroon level clearance. I've not seen anybody with maroon level clearance aside from the big boss.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be his assistant.
Huh. Oh, you're the new person everybody's been chattering about. No one even knew he was hiring an assistant. It was just out of nowhere. What'd you do to impress, or no one even knew he was looking for an assistant or anything? There was no listings or anything, or anything from what I heard from the hiring department. You were just suddenly brought on. What did you do to impress him?
Help me, Carbide. I have no reason. Fuck. Well, I guess just ran into each other, and I have a particular set of skills that are beneficial to the company.
I think I get it. High level clearance shit, eh? And he sort of like nudges you. Can't say secret projects and the like.
I guess, yeah. And like Ben's brain goes to the time travel in this instance.
Well, maybe sometime you can join a couple of the guys when we head out for some brewskis, you know?
Right. What's a brewski?
Cartwright immediately is like flicking through things. I have no idea. A term like that doesn't exist in any of my future terminology. Just agree.
Yes, sure. Sounds good.
Alright, yeah, he's like, sounds like it'll be great. Want to trade phone numbers? And he just like holds up his wrist as he says that, and you see he's got a watch like yours.
Okay, I hope my robot arm can do this.
And you see him tap a button and then like hold out the wrist, and I bet you like hit the same button kind of thing. And as you tap phones, you see, like, contacts updates. And it's like,
Nice.
oh. Benefits here are pretty awesome, huh? I mean, free phone, high pay, healthcare. I can't imagine a company I'd want to work for more. He sort of sits back and relaxes, and he sort of like, alright, you see he sort of like squints at the robot for a moment as he starts like typing on the computer, and the robot starts walking over like across the room and awkwardly like goes over to a vending machine and like starts like hitting buttons, and you see he's like, has it hit some more buttons, the guy's sitting up in his seat more and more looking excited. He's like, like watching it do it, and then it, like the can drops down and it reaches over, and as it's reaching forward, it falls forward into the vending machine and then falls on its side and starts like awkwardly moving its legs trying to get up. And you know that thing where like you lay on the ground and you like kick your legs to move in a circle? It's just doing that on the ground. He's like, it's always when it's always when they bend over.
But
I love that I know the arms went because of her mouth movement, but I just said
yeah, that didn't make it.
I love it. But yeah.
I'd imagine that's a good cutting section, isn't it?
Yeah, alright. See, can you think of anything else you'd want Ben to be doing as he's, strolling about? Or do you want to have him start heading back to Ruben?
Well, I'd still make my round, I guess, but...
Yeah, stroll, look at the different departments.
Like, look at the time every once in a while. And I do have his, schedule, so I should know when the talk with Danner is supposed to be done.
Yeah, so I imagine you start heading back up when that starts finishing.
Yeah.
And as you start to like walk up, you like turn, or the elevator door opens and you see him standing there, and he's like standing super proud and smug, and he's got like a big cardboard box full of weird devices, and he's wearing a lab coat, and he looks very happy. And he looks at you for a moment, and he's like, "Oh, it's you." And he like looks at your like name tag, and he's like, "Assistant, eh?"
Wait, you're cutting out now for me?
Oh, sorry. You see like Danner is there on the other end of the elevator, and he's like, he looks at you, and he looks at the badge, and he's like, he's like, "Oh, it's you from the restaurant." He looks at your name tag, like, "Assistant, eh?" That's the position you got brought on for?
Yeah.
Well, you're looking at the head of the newest department in Vermeil Industries, or the head and sole member of the newest, most important department here in Vermeil Industries. The head of future technologies and danger practicality, research and development, and theory crafting of possible risky scenarios. Name pending.
Wow, Ruben really poured his heart out on this one. I could not even write it all down.
You guys, he's like, and just you wait. Before you know it, I'm gonna be the second most important person in this company here. Once Ruben realizes the true genius he's brought on board. And he, like, as you're stepping off the elevator, he steps off, he's like, "See you later, Benjamin Dover." And the doors close.
Oh, hopefully this wasn't a mistake.
I really don't like him.
Well, I like him better now than when he's shooting red lasers at me, so...
I suppose that's true. And, you make your way to the office, and, do you say anything as you walk in?
I'm gonna inch my way in, like, looking where he is.
You see, he's just sitting there, like, laying back he's laying back in his chair with, like a furrowed brow, and a little maroon bot is, like, floating over him, rubbing his temples.
I'm sorry.
He's quite the character. But if funneling small amounts of money to his weird project is what it takes to stop you from being launched to the future, it's worth it.
Aw.
Hmm.
Well, you better watch out because he's apparently after position number 2.
I wouldn't worry about him. He seems like the kind of guy who's easy to throw a bone at. Do you like the department name? I came up with it. And Maroon gives like a big happy smile.
Oh.
I added the title pending.
Right. It was very long.
I'm thinking of just letting him come up with a name at some point. It'll be another way to make him feel proud of himself.
He's like a toddler.
Yeah, really seems like one of those people who just adding another word on his title would be enough to keep him happy. Oh God, I sound like he leans back again, like immediately Maroon starts rubbing his temples again. He's like, I sound like Percy now.
The name?
What?
Have I heard the name? I don't remember.
You've heard it off, or did you had not heard it yet?
Like who?
What?
Oh, he's just gonna ask.
So, old business partner. Oh, God, I hated that guy. He plays the shitty games that I don't like in this industry. Anyway, he sits up. He's like, we should probably get going towards what my next task is. Which what is it? And rather than looking to you, he looks to the maroon bot floating behind him.
That makes sense.
Another quick tour around the research facilities to make sure everything's going good. Favorite part of the day. Let's go. And he sits up. And then you have another board meeting. This time they're using Vermeil Movie Maker instead of PowerPoint. Be sure to get the popcorn popping before we arrive. Best decision I've made for this company.
Yay.
With that, you guys continue walking around or walking out. You know, with that, we sort of drift over. We drift and cut to is in the various floors of the research and development area. A room's been cordoned off where 4 pieces of paper have been taped to the door saying the extremely long name of the new department.
Oh.
And we pan in, we see just like a whole crazy conspiracy corkboard on the wall and devices all set up, and you see there's amongst there's different corkboards that are like origin of human species ? And another one says like possible time travel confirmation with like the pink knight on it, and one of them says corporate ladder on it, and it's got a bunch of people's faces all connected, and he's like, why were you hired? And he puts a pin right into Ben's face.
Oh no.
And that is the ending stinger of session.
Oh.
I hope you enjoyed this lighter session. I knew you are requesting some office life focus, like heavy office life focus. And what this really does is it now sets you up to be able to go out and like do more than just be Ruben's stay-at-home little sidekick.
I can be his stay-at-work little sidekick.
I think this went well.
Yeah. No.
Any thoughts? Any expectation?
Well, I'm gonna be curious to see what it's like having your pet evil nemesis inside the company now.
Listen, you got rid of a supervillain. It doesn't mean you got rid of an antagonist.
Yeah, no, I'm all for that. It's fun.
Benjamin Dover.
I should call him like Danerton Orville.
Benjamin Orville.
Yes.
God, that'd be such a good thing to pull out the next time. Benjamin Dover. Benjamin Orville. How does he know my full name?
Conspiracy theorist again. Mind reader?
Is he an evil sidekick mind control my boss?
Oh my God.
He's the type of guy who would microwave a banana as a science experiment. But yeah, I hope everybody's enjoyed. Do you want to plug anything, Arm?
Oh.
No?
I never do. Sorry.
Well, then I'll plug for you. We got all sorts of series that Arm is a part of here on the channel aside from Bendover. There's My GF Makes Me Play Spore, there's My GF Makes Me Play Deponia, and there's the crowning achievement, My GF Makes Me Read Homestuck, which is still consistently one of the most well-viewed series on the channel. People love the Homestuck.
Being stuck at home.
Yeah, I hope everybody's enjoyed. When this goes live, there'll be a episode of BioShock. Oh, and another thing Arm was in, the third episode of the Betrayal at House on the Hill video series, where we continue the saga of What's in the Box. So go pop over and check that one out afterward. It gets fucking hectic. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and ta-ta! Oh, hang on. We're gonna close it.
No.
Closing theme. Yeah.
Playing for me.
Oh, it's only playing for me, I know.
Yeah.
Ta-ta, everybody. If I remember, a link to the theme should be down in the description if you want to go and listen to it, not through the filter of Tabletop Sim. I'm worried that it might not be coming through very loud. Maybe I turned it down too much. Oops, I just rewound it. There we go, now it's as loud as it can be. Yeah. Goodbye. I love you, Arm.